you're not supposed to just trade blindly off every single small green dot or every
Mm,
single golden cross. There are certain ones which you'll see and they are perfect. They're
mm,
perfect setups. They
mm,
often appear, at least on Bitcoin, I've noticed around on the 30-minute chart and below, there's a
mm.
golden cross on every single large Bitcoin pump that we've had. Every single
Wow.
one.
So on 30-minute and below.
And then on the 1 hour, sometimes you'll see if if the golden cross doesn't get it,
Mm,
the big green circle
mm,
is that's the backup. So it's more of a trend continuation that normally follows a little bit after.
mm. So I've got the let's just have a quick look. I've got the Bitcoin chart up. So you're saying, actually, let me do it with just the Wolfpack. So it's this one. So 30-minute. So there was a golden cross here, right about there. Trying to, just on the last few, there was one. Uh, uh, so does it take profits as well, or just it's just a trigger? Do you set to take profits as well and manage the stop loss everything?
Uh, I'm trying to learn how to use the smart trading uh, section of 3 commas
Hmm.
to do that.
Hmm.
With Binance, I think you can do that with futures, but in terms of just spot trading or margin trading,
Hmm.
there's no take profit, so that sucks. I think Bybit does have a take profit for,
There is, yeah.
yeah.
And that's where I'm getting confused on Binance. Okay, cool, man. So that was great background in a little bit about your bot. Not so much about Wolfpack. We'll come on to that. Um, so I think what struck me when we got talking was that, oh my gosh, you got a product which is very similar to Market Cipher. It's it looks roughly the same but less messy. So, but I don't know whether that's a good thing or bad thing. But leaving the comparison aside, from a YouTube perspective, I thought, wow, there's only this guy looks like he's just starting off, or he's not into it, or he's just, I couldn't work it out. So I thought, okay, if I want to use Wolfpack Pro for my trading, and I want to prove to people if you're as confident as your back testing states, that let's hide my market cipher and create videos just based on the Wolfpack Pro so that we build, or I build, an audience with your help to get sales off the back of this. I think um, that's what I'm hoping that I could bring to the party. Um,
That's awesome. Like the fact that you see the value of it right
yeah,
off the bat.
yeah,
Because you're very early, right? I've I had some issues with my website. I'm trying to launch my website as soon as possible, and there's going to be the reseller program built into there, so
yeah.
people can any
Okay.
reseller can get paid. But there's literally no one is a reseller yet. Like
Yeah.
you would be the guy. I would approach Jason,
Mm,
and maybe Jason Casper could put it on his stream. That would be incredible.
mm,
I'm pretty much going to offer him maybe like just lifetime access. So I'll give him a month trial if he wants to be an affiliate, if he wants to
mm,
help advertise it, then he
mm,
can get lifetime access for
mm,
free.
mm.
And
Just be careful. Yes, that would be a great plug, but then CryptoFace might have access to it as well. So just to kind of put it in that. But that's inevitable. I mean, he could
He's
just
going to
buy it.
find out about it eventually.
Yeah. Anyway.
So,
Yeah.
but
So.
nothing about Wolfpack is um, has copied Market Cipher. There's
Mm,
nothing here that's it's simply using the trading view like waves.
mm,
Uh, it's it looks similar because they are waves, but I mean there's many scripts in TradingView that
mm.
that look like this. I think that mine looks a little bit prettier, to be honest.
I
But
think I think your one is overwhelming. No, let me say it differently. This one is overwhelming, and yours is prettier because there's less going on. But
I
I,
didn't. Some people have asked me about, can you put in an RSI? Then it would be like Market Cipher. But
uh,
the thing is,
that's available for free anyway.
it's yeah, like sometimes with RSI, just what I've included on it,
Mm,
everything on there is essential. I didn't want to have any fluff. I didn't want to have
mm,
anything that I wouldn't be using that's critical.
mm,
Because sometimes when you have so many signals and so much going on, it
mm,
draws your eye away from really what's important.
mm, mm, mm,
So I've I haven't added like the RSI or anything like that because
mm,
first off, I feel like that's kind of the market cipher like thing. I didn't
mm.
want to have I wouldn't want to have that because then it would be blatantly obvious that I'm
Yeah.
just just copying. So I'm not I didn't design it uh, to copy anybody. I designed it just
Mm,
myself.
mm,
I really wanted a good trading tool, and I was underwhelmed at what was currently on the market, and I saw what PineScript is capable of,
mm,
and I wanted to create something that actually has like is in the ballpark of the potential of what Pine can do.
mm. Okay. So I'm not a coder, but I've got appreciation of code and logic. I write the specification and give to coders and work with testers in terms of what I do in my day job. So I fully appreciate the work and the research that's gone into this. Um, I want to get closer to this and basically earn money off this in terms of trading, etc. And my so just quickly with Wolfpack, I think that the what's the best time frame that you would recommend with Wolfpack? What did you design it and backtest it on?
I was mainly backtesting it on the 30-minute, but
Okay. Mm,
other timeframes that I think are very, very important
mm-hmm,
are for scalping the 3-minute.
mm-hmm,
It even works on the 15-second, 30 seconds to like at the very, very bottom near bounce points on supports.
mm-hmm,
You'll see the 15 or 30-second often. You'll see those golden crosses coming up, and then you'll just see like this rapid bounce.
mm-hmm. Let's do that.
So
So,
so the for the macro for the large time frames, I personally like the 3 hour. The 3 hour uh, gives a really really good perspective uh, of the broad market trend
mm-hmm,
and like where we are now
mm-hmm,
currently.
mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
my next video that I'm uploading is more of like it seems like we're kind of people are calling a bear market on Bitcoin right now. We closed below the 50 EMA for the first time since 10K. So
Mm,
that I don't think it's necessarily a bear market,
mm,
but of course, after such a huge explosion, we've got to consolidate at some point.
mm,
So my next video, I'm going to go through the the breakouts that we've had in the past and compare them to show, okay, this is what you should be looking for when
mm,
Bitcoin is going to 70K, because I think we broke 60K last week. It went to around 65K.
mm.
People were buying the top and then we just came crashing down.
Yeah.
So like to 51K was the bottom, 50K. So I was calling it, I was saying, look, the market is very greedy right now. This is very, very overextended, and I wasn't in a long position
Mm,
because of that.
mm,
And I know what to look for in the larger time frames for kind of like saddling in for the whole month whenever we're going to get the next breakout.
oh,
There
right.
are there are really, really important keys to look for
Mm,
on Wolfpack.
mm, interesting. Yeah, that's great. How long have you been trading for?
I've only been trading seriously for like halfway through COVID. So
Yeah.
so it's been about 5 or 6 months now,
Mm,
really, really learning all of all of the technical analysis aspects, all, like fundamental analysis. I've been learning pretty much every dimension
mm,
you could you could tackle it from.
mm,
Um, but I've been living and breathing it every day. So my 5 or 6 months might not be a regular person's 5 or 6 months. When I was
yeah.
coding Wolfpack, I
Mm,
would wake up and just start coding, and it would be 12 hours, 7 days a week, and
mm.
I finished it in just like from beginning to finish. It took about 6 weeks.
Oh,
So
right. Wow.
that was 12 hours, 7 days a week for 6 weeks. That's well over 400 hours.
Mm,
So
mm. And then
the amount of, sorry.
did you, what, were you coding before that, or are you a coder by?
Um, I'd gotten into Pine Script just before that when I started working on my original bots.
Okay.
And
But
the aim was
you're not done JavaScript or Python or anything before?
no, well, a little bit in high school. Like
Okay.
I
Yeah.
had friends who were into coding, and
Yeah.
the way I learned was I kind of just looked at. I mean, there's Pine Script manuals, right? Anyone can go and just read them
Mm,
and learn. And then there are all kinds of YouTubes you could subscribe to, and they go through solving basic problems, how to calculate. Everything is in logic, and like
mm,
translate that into Pine. It's if you can think it, you can code it into Pine Script. So the possibilities really are endless
mm,
for algorithmic trading.
mm.
So my experience was very limited before I really like took a deep
Sure.
dive into
Sure.
all of it.
Sure. So you know how you say, so just on that point, yeah, I think it's great because it's only when you found a problem to solve did you actually think, right, I need um, a language to tackle this problem that I'm needing to solve because everything else just becomes academic then. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's great.